Welcome to Indonesia. The largest archipelagic country in the world, with more than 17,000 islands, distinguished by its rich geographical diversity from white sandy beaches and coral reefs to majestic volcanoes and pristine tropical rainforests. After gaining independence in 1945, tourism became an important economic sector with investment in infrastructure. In particular, Indonesia attracts visitors with its diverse culture and traditional festivals, such as Balinese dance and Tanah Toraja rituals, creating a vibrant cultural picture and fascinating experiences. Below are the places that cannot be missed when exploring Indonesia. Raja Ampat. Located at the westernmost edge of Papua Barat Province, Indonesia, right on the eastern boundary of the region known as the Coral Triangle, the largest marine biodiversity center on the planet. The archipelago consists of more than 1,500 islands surrounding the four main islands of Waigeo, Batanta, Salawati, and Misul. For many centuries, this area was mainly home to indigenous Papuan communities who lived by fishing and maritime trade. Tourism only began to develop strongly in the early 2000s when scientists confirmed that Raja Ampat contains more than 75% of the world's coral species, along with thousands of tropical fish species. Thanks to its remote location far from urban centers, the marine ecosystem in Raja Ampat has been preserved almost intact. Infrastructure in Raja Ampat develops according to an eco-tourism model. Many visitors stay in wooden homestays built over the water and operated by local residents, allowing indigenous communities to directly participate in the tourism industry. The local culture carries a strong Papuan identity with coastal fishing villages, traditional wooden boats, and community rituals. One of the most notable cultural events is the Raja Ampat Festival, where residents perform warrior dances, hold boat races, and organize traditional handicraft activities. From Pianemo viewpoint, hundreds of forest-covered karst islands rise from emerald waters, creating one of the most famous seascapes in Indonesia. Beneath the surface, diving sites such as Cape Cry or Manta Sandy allow visitors to observe giant manta rays, reef sharks, and vibrant, untouched coral reefs. Besides diving, many exploration journeys also take visitors kayaking through sheltered lagoons around Misul Island or visiting small fishing villages to better understand the life of the Papuan people. The combination of pristine nature, indigenous culture, and ecotourism development has made Raja Ampat one of the most unique island destinations in the world. The journey to explore Indonesia's islands continues to lead to a land where nature and wildlife create a remarkable landscape. Komodo National Park. Established in 1980 to protect the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard species still existing on Earth. The reserve spans the three main islands of Komodo, Rinca and Padar, along with many smaller islands in the Flores Sea of Indonesia. In 1991, UNESCO recognized this area as a World Natural Heritage Site thanks to its unique ecosystem combining dry savanna, volcanic islands, and tropical coral reefs. When scientific studies about the Komodo dragon were published in the 20th century, the region gradually attracted the attention of explorers and biologists. From that time, ecotourism activities began to take shape and have developed strongly in recent decades. The gateway for exploration journeys to the park is the town of Labuan Bajo on Flores Island. Infrastructure here has developed rapidly with an international airport, tourist harbor, and many boat routes carrying visitors to the islands within the reserve. Most tours are organized in the form of cruises or traditional wooden boats lasting from 1 to several days. The local culture is influenced by the Flores community, along with long, established sea dwelling groups. In Komodo Village, residents still maintain many oral stories about the origin of the dragons. A popular legend tells that humans and Komodo dragons were once twin siblings. Therefore, the local people always show special respect toward this animal. The most remarkable experience is trekking across dry savanna hillsides to observe Komodo dragons in their natural environment. These animals, which can grow up to 3 meters long, often appear around grassy valleys where they hunt prey such as Timor deer or wild boar. The natural landscape of the park also possesses a very distinctive beauty. The underwater ecosystem is also exceptionally rich thanks to the strong ocean currents of the Flores Sea. Diving sites such as Manta Point or Batu Bolong attract international divers with giant manta rays, pristine coral reefs, and dense schools of tropical fish. In your opinion, is this place more suitable for a solo trip or a journey with friends? Leaving the world of ancient wildlife behind, the landscapes of Indonesia open up with powerful geological imprints of volcanoes. Bromo, Tengger, Semeru National Park. This area includes the Tengger mountain range along with Mount Semeru, the highest peak on Java with an elevation of 3,676 meters. Geological activity lasting hundreds of thousands of years has created a vast caldera covered with volcanic sand, where several craters remain active. Historically, the Tengger community has lived around this volcanic region for many centuries. They are considered descendants of the Hindu Majapahit kingdom after the dynasty declined in the 15th century. Like most of the population in Java who follow Islam, the Tengger people still maintain many ancient Hindu rituals. This culture has become a special element that makes tourism in the region associated not only with nature, but also with the long-standing traditions of the local community. Tourism infrastructure develops around villages on the mountain slopes such as Semeru Lawang or Ninggadisari, where visitors often stay before beginning their exploration journey. From these villages, off-road jeeps take travelers across the Tengger Sea of Sand, a vast volcanic ash desert formed after ancient eruptions. As the sun rises, light gradually shines through a thin layer of mist, revealing the smoking crater of Mount Bromo in the middle of the sand sea, while in the distance, the mass of Mount Semeru frequently releases small ash columns into the sky. From the foot of the mountain, visitors continue climbing the stairs to the crater of Mount Bromo to directly observe sulfur smoke rising from deep within the earth. This experience provides a vivid sense of the geological power that is still shaping the island of Java. After the active volcanic region, the journey continues to a gigantic lake formed from the geological past of the Earth. Lake Toba. Located in North Sumatra province in western Indonesia, about 170 kilometers south of the city of Medan. The lake lies on the central highlands of Sumatra Island, surrounded by green mountain ranges and ancient volcanic terrain. The landscape here was formed after a supervolcanic eruption about 74,000 years ago, one of the largest geological events in the history of the Earth. The eruption created a gigantic caldera, which later gradually filled with water to form a freshwater lake covering more than 1,100 square kilometers. In the center of the lake emerged Samosir Island, a large landmass lifted by geological activity after the volcano stopped erupting. Tourism began to develop from the mid-20th century when the vast scenery of the lake, along with the cool climate of the Sumatra highlands, attracted domestic and international visitors. The town of Parapat became an important tourism gateway where ferry routes carry travelers across the lake to Samosir Island every day. In recent years, the road system around the lake, hotels and eco-resorts have been invested in to serve the increasing number of visitors. For many centuries, the region around the lake has been the homeland of the Batak people, an indigenous ethnic community with a long-standing cultural tradition. Batak wooden houses with their distinctive high-curved roofs can still be seen in many villages on Samosir Island. From the vast surface of the lake, the story of Indonesian tourism moves to an ancient architectural heritage of the Javanese civilization. Borobudur Temple. One of the largest Buddhist monuments in the world, built on the island of Java more than 1,000 years ago, in the fertile plains of central Java province. The temple was built around the 8th to 9th centuries under the Sailendra dynasty, a powerful Buddhist kingdom that once controlled most of Java Island. The entire structure was designed as a gigantic stone mandala, symbolizing the path to enlightenment in Buddhism. The architecture consists of 9 stacked terraces decorated with thousands of finely carved relief panels that narrate stories from Buddhist scriptures. When the power of the Sailendra dynasty declined and Islam gradually spread across Java Island, Borobudur was abandoned for many centuries and slowly covered by tropical forests. The temple was rediscovered in 1814 during the period when Java was under British administration. After that, many archaeological studies and restoration projects were carried out to preserve the monument. The largest restoration project took place in the 20th century with the support of UNESCO. In 1991, Borobudur was recognized as a World Cultural Heritage Site, becoming one of the most famous tourism symbols of Indonesia. Today, the area surrounding the temple has been planned as an archaeological park with walking paths, information centers, and traditional craft villages serving tourism. The city of Yogyakarta plays the role of the service hub of the region with an international airport, hotels and transportation routes conveniently connecting to the monument. The visiting journey usually begins from the base level of the temple, where visitors walk along a spiral path to higher terraces. On the stone walls appear more than 2,600 relief panels depicting the life of the Buddha, Buddhist philosophy, and ancient social life. When reaching the top 3 terraces, the space opens with 72 bell-shaped stone stupas surrounding meditating Buddha statues. The moment most anticipated by visitors is the sunrise on the summit of Borobudur, when the light gradually shines through the thin mist of the Java Plains and the distant volcanoes. The combination of ancient architecture, religious history, and natural landscape has turned Borobudur into one of the most remarkable cultural destinations in Indonesia. After ancient monuments, the journey continues toward the ocean with wild cliffs and secluded bays. Nusa Penida. Located in Bali Province, Indonesia, lying off the southeastern coast of Bali Island and about 40 minutes by speedboat from Sanur Harbor. The island covers more than 200 square kilometers, formed from limestone masses lifted from the seabed through millions of years of geological movement. The terrain is characterized by steep cliffs facing the Indian Ocean, deep bays and dry plateaus above. The culture on the island is strongly influenced by Balinese Hindu traditions, reflected through many ancient temples and religious rituals that are still maintained today. One of the important sacred sites is Pura Goa Giri Putri, a temple located inside a large cave where local residents often conduct Hindu ceremonies. Tourism began to grow strongly around the 2010s when images of the island's unique cliffs and beaches spread widely on social media. From Bali, visitors can travel by speedboat from Sanur or Kusamba to ports such as Toyapake or Banjar New. The road system around the island has now been upgraded, along with homestays, small hotels, and exploration tour services serving visitors. The most famous landscape of Nusa Penida is Kelingking Beach, where a curved cliff resembling the spine of a dinosaur extends toward the deep blue ocean. From above, the small beach below appears between two large cliffs, creating a very distinctive scene of the island. Those who enjoy exploring can follow the steep trail down to the beach to more clearly experience the wild nature of the area. In addition, Angel's Billabong and Broken Beach are two remarkable attractions with natural limestone formations creating pools and a stone arch facing the sea. These geological structures reflect the long process of ocean erosion along the island's coastal cliffs. The sea around Nusa Penida is also very rich in marine life. Diving sites such as Crystal Bay are famous for clear blue water and the chance to observe mola mola, the giant ocean sunfish that appears seasonally. Leaving the coastal cliffs behind, the journey will explore some of the richest marine regions in Indonesia. Wakatobi National Park. Located in the Southeast Sulawesi province of Indonesia, extending across the Banda Sea between Sulawesi Island and the Maluku archipelago. The name Wakatobi is formed from the four main islands of the region: Wangi, Kaledupa, Tomia, and Binongko. The national park was established in 1996 to protect one of the most diverse coral ecosystems in the world. With more than 13,000 square kilometers of marine area, this region is considered an important part of the Coral Triangle, the marine biodiversity center of the planet. For many centuries, these waters have been home to traditional fishing communities, especially the Bajo people, a sea-dwelling group known for a lifestyle almost entirely connected to the ocean. Villages of stilt houses built over the water still appear around the islands, reflecting a long-standing way of life based on fishing and maritime trade. The culture of the Bajo people and other local communities has become an important part of the tourism experience in the region. Tourism began to develop when international marine biologists discovered the extraordinary biodiversity of the Wakatobi ecosystem. Today, Wangi Island serves as the main gateway with Matahora Airport, connecting to the cities of Kendari and Makassar. Eco Resorts. Diving centers and a system of local boats for transportation between islands have gradually been established to support tourism. The greatest attraction of Wakatobi lies beneath the water. More than 750 coral species and thousands of tropical fish species inhabit these waters, creating vast and colorful coral reefs. Famous diving sites such as House Reef, Roma Reef, or Blade allow visitors to observe pristine corals, sea turtles, and many rare tropical marine creatures. Besides diving, exploration journeys also take visitors to traditional coastal villages. In many Baguio villages, houses are built on wooden stilts over the sea. Small boats anchor around the village, and daily life is closely tied to the tides. These experiences help visitors better understand the long-standing relationship between humans and the ocean in the region. The journey to explore Indonesia concludes with vibrant seas, majestic volcanoes, and indigenous cultures that have existed for many centuries. From coral archipelagos in the middle of the ocean, ancient volcanic lakes to temples and traditional villages, each region tells its own story about the nature, history, and people of this archipelagic nation. Indonesia is not only a place to admire beautiful landscapes, but also a journey to understand how nature and culture coexist and create unique destinations on the world tourism map. If you enjoy journeys exploring nature and culture like this, don't forget to press like and subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying the next trips. There are still many fascinating lands waiting to be discovered.